Hello guys and welcome back. It's Full Shadow here, and I'm bringing you another Grand Prix of the Circuit of Americas in Austin, America, USA. All the names there, throwing them out to you. And I'm the Caterham, and as you can see, I'm just running up a few setup changes and just doing my setups. I believe everything is on average, and I've just done my braking, which I'm hoping where I can overtake by braking late and defending by braking. So just adjust the brakes there. This tends to help me, but I've never been Caterham on this circuit before, so this is going to be an adventure that we're all going to find out. So we're lining up on the grid, and we have Fernando Alonso on pole, nice wheel, and then we have me, or my teammate, me, then Petrov, and there's me with my red helmet. And here we go, we have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights. Slowly warm up my engine, probably about half rev, so it's a nice getaway, that's quite good. Use up a little bit of Kurz is on the go, trying to get past, is it Maldonado or Senna? I believe it's Senna, trying to get past him. Come up to the first corner, slight brake, nearly got close to the Force India, and Hulkenberg did skid there, and got past Hulkenberg, that's not too bad. And Toro Rosso was slightly braking, I have to be careful not to hit the Toro Rosso. And then Hulkenberg gets past me, he did quite a good job there coming back. My tyres don't quite feel quite too warm, they're not as grippy yet, so hopefully they'll come to me in a minute. Everybody else seems to be a bit faster. I have Timo Glock behind me and Hulkenberg in front, so it's not a bad start. We've got an okay start off the line, I suppose. We are in the Caterham after all, and they kick over line. I wonder if I can catch up with Hulkenberg. Oh, I tend to go deep, this is where I've got my braking set up. Oh, try not to hit Ricardo there. But am I in front of Hulkenberg? And Hulkenberg's just in front of me. Oh, and look how close the wheels are then. And I'm using up my curves trying to get down this straight. Hulkenberg with the Mercedes engine seems to have a better high speed than me, but I've got my braking set up, and my braking setup does do me wonders, and that's one overtake on Nico Hulkenberg again. He has overtaken me, and I'll go straight in for Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo seemed to brake a little bit too hard there, so I was there to take advantage. And dirty front left wheel there, which I have to be careful there. And Hulkenberg has got past Daniel Ricciardo as well. He nearly had me because my front dirty tyre was unable to get the grip down. Sort of struggling a bit there, so slightly off the racing line. This is not a bad start. We're up in 15th, guys. It's going quite well. And then as we enter the first straight on the pit straight, this is end of lap 1 we're coming up to now. This is not bad, and we crossed the line, and that's really good. In 15th, guys, we've made a few places up there already. This isn't bad, this is better than what I thought. Just got to be really careful on the accelerator in this car, because obviously I don't feel quite confident in this car, and I want to get the gas down, but I just don't want to get the throttle down. It's just a little bit too touchy, so just a bit here and there I find on this car just helps with the grip, and it just keeps the car up to speed. So purple sector 1, but as we would all expect that, as considering this is just the first lap since the start. And we come down this straight. I do like this straight because it sort of comes down, and this goes into this really big corner for overtaking, a little bit like turn 1. It's really good, and we enter the back straight. Still no DRS yet, as the stewards haven't given us DRS permission. It is not enabled, and I seem to be catching up with the car in front. That's quite a good catch up. I believe that is Perez, and yes, it is. See how that late braking setup there really does help me, guys. So if you guys are always struggling with this Grand Prix, you can always do the braking setup that I've done. I've put it at 53% onto the front, and have it all less turned up, large and hard. And we seem to be doing well with Perez. Perez nearly hit the car in front. I'm not too sure what the car was. I think it might have been Jean-Eric Vergne in a Toro Rosso, who hasn't been able to get the Red Bull seat this year, as it's Daniel Ricciardo has been named. And I know it wasn't Toro Rosso, it was Maldonado, and this Maldonado has been overtaken by the Toro Rosso. And this is quite good. We're in the slipstream now, and we're going to head out. DRS is enabled, but not yet on this straight. And we go up on the outside, whereas on the inside, try not to cut them up. Seems to be quite good, and my race engineer has just confirmed DRS is enabled by the stewards. so good for them. DRS can only be enabled if it's a dry race. If one car is on wet tyres, which could be intermediate or full wets, DRS is unable to be enabled, so we have DRS there, which I'm hoping, considering we're in the Caterham, is going to play into our hands. Hopefully it'll give us a little bit more power, but I don't think we're going to have it on this lap. We seem to be far too behind a Maldonado to have it, even though we're right there now. I wonder if we did get it. I probably wasn't within the 1 second, and we do have it. We was in the 1 second of the activation zone, and it just Maldonado is gone. It just, even with the DRS, the Caterham just doesn't seem to have the power as its rivals, and it seemed to be a lot of fun. I seem to have two cars right behind me, one next to me, and that's close because I'm not going for Maldonado on the inside. Maldonado trying to come on the outside and give him some room. Even Perez nearly tried to hit Maldonado. He was very, very close there. It was very tricky for me. I've got Kobayashi, I believe, in front now, Maldonado behind. But as we came on to the end of that straight, I had Perez and I believe Hulkenberg was stuck behind me, and they were extremely close, and he overtaken me. Maldonado and all that seemed to came together as they were trying to overtake and defend with each other. And I just saw an opening with Maldonado and I pounced and took it. And here we are, we come out of the last corner to start the lap 4, and we crossed the line, and
looks like Maldonado will be pitting within the
then
next
Gamer
3
Racing believes Maldonado's pitting in the next 3 laps, and Kobayashi's made a mistake, he's gone wide, we come up on the outside, nearly wheel to wheel. I wheel in between his 2 wheels and he catching car. Kobayashi with on the inside line. Can I come back? And wow, Kobayashi just gone. Just gone. I wonder if I can try and get him back here and on the back straight, try and get the DRS open. Even though the DRS was non-successful in the last lap against Maldonado, we could still be able to get it. I need to come down here, so do I use DRS? I'll use a bit of curves to cut down here, trying to keep informed. I think I'm too far back. I might get it now. And there's a Lotus in front of Kobayashi. I thought that Lotus would be further up, and I've got DRS, and DRS is open. If I use a bit of curves to come down here to try and use it, I do. Kobayashi's attacking, I believe, probably Roman Grosjean. I don't think Kimi Räikkönen will be this far back. And it is Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi Räikkönen seems to be struck in the Maldonado, has just taken over me. Kimi Räikkönen, I'm not too sure, and I'll come on from the inside of Kimi Räikkönen. It's neck and neck, it's side by side. Do I hold it? I gave him enough room, he's still next to me, and I think I've taken it. Kimi Räikkönen having a look back on in this corner, coming up on the inside, he must be next to me, and that was so close. That was good racing there. 11th place now in the Caterham. This is looking good. This is going quite well for us, guys. We're in 11th place now. This is looking good. I'm going to come up. That's quite well, nice and controlled. This is looking quite good for us. Oh, and that's very deep. This could give Kimi Räikkönen a good look. Yeah, he just seems to be a little bit too far behind. I do believe they should have a DRS, another DRS zone on this pit straight. I reckon that'll make it more interesting. I tend to go a little bit deep there in turn 1 again, which gives Kimi Räikkönen a nice chance to get on the back of me. He might get a little toe in between these corners. And then again, he'll probably end up losing front end grip, and will be warming up his brakes, so it's probably not a good thing for Kimi Räikkönen. He seems to be next to me on the right hand side, but I've got the inside line, and now he's looking on the outside. I can see him in the arrow, I can see him behind me, and that's very close. And Kimi Räikkönen is looking to overtake me as I turn up to fuel mix 3 now. It's lap 5, fuel mix 3. I'm in 11th place, and the car in front has just seemed to have gone, which is Kobayashi. And just the thing, on the last lap I was really behind Kobayashi, and he overtook Kimi Räikkönen, and it's gone, and Kimi Räikkönen's on the next left by hand side, and Kimi Räikkönen's gone in front. I tried to get in his toe, tried to get in slipstream. Remember, he had DRS and I didn't. I'm using my late braking setup. I brake hard up on the inside, hit the curb, and that's excellent. And there's a big gang of cars behind me, which I'm not too surprised. I am in the Caterham, guys, so now probably, my best hope of the race was at the start when all the cars were all joined together, and then because it was a strange qualifying. Slower cars had qualified in front of cars, so my only hope was that they were going to be slow in the race, and that their qualifying performance was a one-off or a glitch in the game. And it turned out you know, it did help me. We started quite far back, as you would expect in a Caterham, and we were running 11th, but we still not had a pit stop yet, and we have started lap 6, as my race engineers tells me that Kimi Raikkonen is running in fuel mix 2, and it's my pit stop this lap. The tyres still seem to be okay though, as I can slightly see my front left tyre is degrading. I can see that it's starting to bubble up and fade away. It's starting to get in a non-looking nice condition, but the tyres have felt good, but this first sector has been a bit tricky actually. I can feel the tyres actually going, and they were absolutely fine a minute ago, so maybe they are starting to go. They didn't go fadely, they've just gone heavily, and I see Kobayashi in the distance, and I come in, and that's not too bad. That's not the best exit, and I am struggling for the grip now. I think I will pit. Just as I saw the pit stop sign come up, my race engineer told me, I thought, no, I'm going to do one more lap, but they're starting to get slippy as Kimi Raikkonen is taking a look as he just gets back into my slipstream and doesn't go for it. And my tyres have definitely gone now. I couldn't get the power down then. I think something's gonna go wrong here soon. I hit the curb very slowly. Now this is nursing the car. This is nursing the car now. Turn left. Turn the fuel down just to try and save the wheel spin. And turn left, and that's not good. That's not good. So unfortunately guys, I had to use a flashback there. It's not what I wanted to do, but unfortunately I had to. I was actually went speechless for a second there. Now I'll have to go in the pits now. Got to get these tyres. Right, Kimi Raikkonen's coming with me. I want to even get out before Kimi Raikkonen. I'm relying on my Caterham pit crew to do this nice and swiftly. I've got a funny feeling I might possibly get stuck. This is what tends to happen. On a quick pit stop guys, quick pit stop. Let's go guys. This is not good. And that is it's a disgraceful pit stop by my pit crew. Not happy with that. And we're down to P20 now. So I wonder if we can get back. Daniel Ricciardo, we've missed out on many places. We've missed out on Raikkonen, Maldonado and Ricciardo. So not that good. I wonder if we can try and get back. I feel absolutely gutted about using that flashback. I didn't want to use my flashbacks. Don't like using my flashbacks, but after working so hard for so long, just to be let down by tyres that just degraded so quick. It wasn't to ruin my race. It's the cold tyres are struggling to find the power during the corners. Now I wonder if we're going to have a DRS. I'll turn the fuel up. I want to take advantage of this. This could be good. If we can get fuel mix 3 and DRS open and a bit of curse, with a bit of slipstream, we should pass Ricciardo nice and easily. Next year's Red Bull guy there in a Toro Rosso. I think he's done an okay job at Toro Rosso, but I don't think it's anything spectacular. Nothing like Sebastian Vettel, who won in the Toro Rosso. But I believe they haven't gone for Daniel Ricciardo for his winning race form. I believe they've just gone for him because he's just a young guy, and I believe he's Heiko, or whatever his name is. Marco's pet boy, a bit like Sebastian Vettel. So both drivers at Red Bull are going to be pet boys to Marco. So I think that was mainly the main decision for him to be there. I really do believe they should have had Kimi Raikkonen, because with Kimi Raikkonen you're guaranteed 3 years of speed, 3 years of championships. But I think Kimi Raikkonen will probably edge out Sebastian Vettel as the #1 driver, if not #1, who's definitely going to rattle his cage. And I think that had another saying in it as I come up on the inside of Maldonado, and I've tried it, I get down the power, and that went really well. So we have passed Daniel Ricciardo and we have passed Maldonado now, I believe. And just got a little bit of a front wheel dirt gravel going on there, which is a little bit unfortunate. There's Maldonado, he's trying to get back behind me. He's looking, he's going side to side, which is not bad. It means he's gonna degrade his tyres quicker than me. So I've taken advantage here. So we had a very bad pit stop, and our pit crew did a very bad job, but we were, and I've slid it again, and what is going on? It's not good. All that hard work of passing these cars, Ricardo, Hulkenberg, Raikkonen and Maldonado down the drain just as I turned to fuel mix 2 to save my fuel and to just defend. And to come back on the outside of Daniel Ricciardo, we're looking on the outside of Hulkenberg, the dash up on the outside again and get on the inside. Are we going to have this? Keep the line going through. That's excellent. So we have to do all this work over again for the 3rd time. So the car's not looking too bad. The car's looking quite good. He's a little bit hard and has quite a. I think the reason why I am slipping about is because I didn't do any downforce or speed settings. So it is just average on everything, just like how you do start every Grand Prix. The car is set on average, and all I adjusted was the brakes. As I come out and exit to the pit straight, and we're going to be coming up, and we're going to be starting lap 9 now, guys. Now we've had our pit stop, but we seem to be doing a lot of spinning, which could possibly cause a 2nd pit stop, which is an unscheduled pit stop. I'll probably be the only car on the track doing 2nd pit stop, which more likely could put us back down to 24th, depending on how far the car behinds are. So let's try not to do a 2nd pit stop, as I'm doing a green sector 1, which is always good to see. Purple would probably be better, but green sector 1 is good. And the cars in front have seemed to have disappeared, considering I was in front of them and I've been fighting up with them throughout the whole Grand Prix. They seem to have just disappeared. So where have they found their speed? Maybe they're I know I'm on fuel mix 2 now, but maybe there was just on fuel preserve mode earlier, and I was on fuel mix 3, which made me a little bit faster, and now they've turned their engines up. As Hulkenberg takes me, but I take him back on the break in, and he seems to hit me. I believe Hulkenberg's hit me. I believe he's now lost his end plate on his front wing, which could play into my favour. There's no penalty for me. I'm not too sure about him. My race engineer hasn't told me about anything Hulkenberg receiving a penalty, so I don't believe he has one. There's a new fastest lap of the race popping up there. And there we go. The race engineer has confirmed that Hulkenberg has minor front wing damage, which is, I believe, when I looked, was his end plate. So it might help me, might not help me, as it's proved this year many times by Mark Webber, that losing your end plates doesn't really make much of a difference.
Mix 3.
Well, there you go. My race engineer wants me to go to fuel mix 3 when Raikkonen is really nowhere in front, or Maldonado.
We think the car behind is running on full revs.
And there we go. The car behind is on full revs, and the car in front is on full revs. And he wants me to go on full revs to take this guy, but he seems to be too far in front.
Don't let him catch you.
Got a slight gap over Hulkenberg, which is good news, and maybe I should go into a fuel mix 3 just to see how things pan out. Cars in front are too far in front for me to do anything about it. There's not long left, and I decided to do it. Fuel mix 3, I've been told by my race engineer, I've got a little bit of fuel left in there to push, so just push. As I can hear Hulkenberg's engines just rearing up on me. Is he going to look on the inside? He doesn't. Stick to the racing line, stick the car in there, trying to preserve the tyres now. It's a little bit slidey, which is not good. I have been struggling in this car today. It's not the easiest car to drive. It's not the easiest car to drive when you have a busted controller as well. That's a double whammy, a Caterham with a busted controller. So a 2 double whammy here. This is one heck of a challenge that I'm setting myself here. And we now have a new fastest lap of the race. It's looking good. And let's have a look at my lap time compared to his lap time. As I cross the line, and that's a big difference. It's a green sector lap for me, so that's good, but it's a long way off the fastest lap. I believe no fastest laps will be taken today. go through sector 1. This is looking to be a good sector 1. This could be another green sector. It'd be an excellent to have a purple sector 1, but I don't believe the Caterham was up for it. And it's not a green sector. It's actually quite far off my best time, so I need a little bit of work going on. There's a few mixes turned back up, getting ready to defend. Is that Nico Hulkenberg behind me in the Force India? And here we go, down on the back straight. I seem to be quite comfortable here. I wonder if he's, I believe he might not even be in my DRS zone, but he might be, because he's wearing up at me. Few mixed feed gets turned up, which I believe's helped me out there, getting the apex. And I'm catching up with the car in front, so this is quite good. Maybe my race engineer was correct. Few mixed free. Let's take this guy. So maybe he was right. Maybe Maldonado suffering with a couple of technical problems, and my race engineer knew. Let's see if we can catch up with him a little bit further. I've recently done Williams. I did a Williams in I can't remember what track it was, but I think it was India. Yes, I drove the Williams in India, and it was absolutely fantastic to drive that car. And last year the Williams did win the Spanish Grand Prix, so the Williams team knew that they did have the power there, and they had the car there, so it's quite good. And I actually very enjoyed driving that car. I believe I was Bruno Senna on that race. And today I'm hiccup over line in the Caterham. It was quite a difficult race. Oh, and a dirty tyre there. A little bit of screeching going on. Now with a couple of laps left to go, I think I'll probably just be hoping to hold on to 15th, as I have lost more time to the car in front. So we're on lap 12. It could be looking just to hold on to 15, but the tyres are definitely losing their grip, so we can either just try and slow down and give up without fighting, or we can carry on fighting to hold 15th, but it could get messy again, and I had to use the flashback on my option tyres just as I was about to enter the pits. Unfortunately, this could go again. I'm not too sure. It could get quite messy, but we're going to keep going, as the cars in front just seem to be so close, but then so far. Very tricky corner, that one, because as you're catching up with the cars, they look further. They look closer to you than they actually are. And we have a new fastest lap of the race again. Getting faster and faster, and I seem to be getting slower and slower, so I'm obviously in the wrong car. Maybe I should do this race in a Williams again, because I did like the Williams. As we cross the line, 2 laps left to go now, guys, and it'll be the end of the Grand Prix, and we're doing pretty well. We're holding 15th, and that's not good, guys, as I spin. And the flashback has come up on us. I did mention that my tyres were going. I don't like using the flashbacks. I seem to have got confused about which buttons to take. Not often I do the flashback, so I got slightly confused. But this is a hard race, doing the Caterham on AI difficulty high, and you can just hear me struggling to get the grip down on them tyres on that exit of turn 1. Now sector 1's probably going to be tricky, but I believe sector 3 is the trickiest. Sector 1's don't have to turn that hard. It's quite a nice easy flow in sector 1. It's sector 3 that's tricky. We got to go out wide and come back in. It's very, very strange and off-putting, considering the shape of the track. And as we start to turn in, hit the curb a little bit, exit on the curb, just stuck. I cannot get that power down. I wonder if we can just keep this together. And Hulkenberg is coming up behind me, he hits there, or I think he got a little bit too close, which he had to back out. Nico Hulkenberg backed out. Also struggled to get the power down again. Got to keep it together as I turn right, and that's a very slow sector 2 time, but I'm not bothered about that now. Can't remember what fuel mix I'm in. Concentrating too hard to have a look. I'm hoping I'm not in fuel mix 3 because I'll be running up by now. And I will be wheel spinning. We've gone off tyres on the exits. Oh, I struggled to get the car in there. And this car is not hitting every apex, and if I do hit the apex I can't get the power down to take full advantage of hitting the apex. As we cross the line to start the last lap of the race, just need to hold it together for one more lap and we'll have 15th place in the bag. If Nico Hulkenberg doesn't come back and try one more time, which is the last lap of the US Grand Prix, I believe he probably will. He's very capable of doing so. It's a talented driver, that Nico Hulkenberg. And there's a green sector 1, that's always good, but maybe that's a bad sign as I'm pushing the tyres too much. And this is horrible driving for me now. I just do not have any grip whatsoever. My palms are sweating. And pretty much coming to a standstill there. I just don't have the power. Fuel mix 3 on that straight. I'm not trusting Nico Hulkenberg. He has the perfect opportunity. Use up a bit of curves. And he's got DRS. Am I going to defend on this one? I'm going to rely on the braking. Fuel mix 2 so I don't spin. And we have our race winner. We have a winner of our Grand Prix. Circuit of Americas. Oh, concentrating a little bit now. This is not good. Can see something happening. Oh, I nearly lost it there, getting stuck on the curb. And Ricardo is now behind me, so Nico Hulkenberg obviously tried overtaking me, but had to back out of it, and Ricardo took that full advantage. Oh, can I hold it? I've held it. This is looking good. We've got one more corner to go. Ricardo is all over the back of me as I hit the corner, and I come up and I'll pull away, and it's a good win, guys. And yes, and we've done it. And there we have it, guys. Not a bad race. We gained a couple of places, so we looked quite good. We were hickey over line in the Caterham. We had our struggles, we have our difficulties, but we did well. And we finished quite far ahead of our teammate. It looked like he was needing that being lapped time situation, so not too bad. We have Ricardo and Hulkenberg behind us, and then just the usual back markers, so we finished 2 places up and 2 good cars in front. So not too bad. It's a shame that we couldn't catch any further. Kobayashi ended up doing quite well, moving past a couple more cars which were well out of my reach. Look at the time difference. But we did well, guys, and I hope you liked the video. But my top tip of the USA Grand Prix is that no matter what car you are, adjust your brakes, and because they can help. I had 53% on the front and the other 2 way up high, so if you are able to do both, back them up, and they are good for defending and overtaking, as we have seen. So I'm just showing you the finishing category there. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Lewis Hamilton getting on 3rd place, and then Fernando Alonso in 2nd. So not a bad race at all, guys. I think we did quite well. Anyway, guys, if you have liked this video, and then please hit the like button. If you want to leave a comment for any new challenges, any particular cars or setups that you want me to run, let me know. And maybe on the next race I can use one more less flashback, even though I set out to use none. And as always, guys, hit the like button and please subscribe, and I will see you real soon. Goodbye.